Looks like Dickson seems to
Introducing
have a wrestler
first,
build.
fighting out of our blue corner with an MMA record of 6 wins and 6 losses, representing Cobra BJJ by way
Featured
of
amateur fight of the
Birmingham,
night.
Alabama. It's Shawn the Dawn Winland! And introducing his opponent, fighting out of our red corner with an MMA record of 8 wins and only 1 loss, representing Fight Factory Cleveland and Hurricane Jiu-Jitsu by way of Cleveland, Ohio. It's Drew Dickson!
Okay, so I see you coming out of Fight Factory in Cleveland. Brian Gideon's gym was one of the coaches for Strong Style for a while until he broke off and had started his own.
Yeah, and Hurricane Jiu-Jitsu, a very quality jiu-jitsu gym.
That they are.
I've had the opportunity to compete against a few of those guys. I know some of their members as well. Travis Anderson I've had the opportunity to compete against. So I would expect quality jiu-jitsu, and just looking at the build of Drew Dickson, I think we know that he's going to like to take it down, but very fast kick.
Yeah, strong
Dickson.
body kick there.
A lot of head movement, a lot of fast. Opening up with the striking. I like seeing it, and you can see a definite speed.
Yeah, I like how he's going to the body, too.
Yeah, I think a lot of people would have expected Drew to look for the takedown initially, and that can allow for the benefit of kind of opening up your strikes.
There you go, buddy.
So we have Shawn Winland representing Tuscaloosa, Alabama. A beautiful, heavy right leg kick, and he does have some thick legs on him.
Dixon coming in with really good, strong combinations, though.
Good 3-2-3 from Winland there. His corner advising him to cut off the cage and not follow.
Good advice.
Orthodox.
And Winland being the longer fighter for sure.
And
there
in on the hips, sucks him and dumps him into half guard. A very good position for MMA. If he can clear that knee, put his right knee in the hip, looks like he can start opening him up.
Yeah, great takedown there.
Very good takedown. He could have went right to guard initially, but he steps right around to the back, the opposite side. He's got the hooks in. Looked like Winland wanted to stand for a second, but got broken down.
Yeah, he really left his neck exposed trying to get up the way he did.
Yeah, I thought he was going to get a standing rear naked choke for a second. Round 1, you're dry. It's very hard to get guys off you, and he is working for that rear naked choke right now. I'd like to see him use some strikes to soften him up. Maybe switch to a body triangle, although with his build, maybe slightly challenging.
Yeah, that might be hard to do with a longer guy like this.
And Winland, you need to separate and start getting to his side.
Yeah, there's a lot of space right there.
Is if he can turn it. But Dickson just doing a good job of maintaining that heavy pressure. Looks to break him back down from back mount.
Yeah, really good control from Dickson here. And I like how he's really getting his shots in whenever he feels the opportunity.
And from here, I thought he might cross feet, but it looks like he might have this rear naked choke.
Yeah, he's under the chin there.
He's defending the one hand, can't see all the way, and he switches sides, and we're going to go into our second round.
Yeah, he might have been saved by the bell there. That was getting pretty tight as the seconds were passing.
A very good round from our headlining amateur fight. Drew Dickson landing 60% of his strikes. 15 out of 25, 12 out of 22 punches landed, while Shawn Winland is landing at a 40% clip. You can see on the highlights there a massive takedown, followed by the rear naked choke attempt on both sides. Shawn just enough time to save what looked like it could have been the finish there. At the very least, Drew Dickson gives him a little squeeze to the knee.
Yeah, not much opportunity there from Winland really to open up and throw enough strikes. So we'll see how he transitions and opens up round 2.
Yeah, I think there's a bit of a speed advantage for Dickson. Interested to see how he handles 3 years back. It's always a little tougher simulating that fight speed and simulating that adrenaline that you're going to experience. Cage door closed, getting ready for our second round in the flyweight division on Spectation Sports.
Yeah, looking in, you really can't tell he took 3 years off, and that's pretty impressive, I would say.
No, a great start in the first round. Little bit quick to get going. They are ready for the action. And, you know, I think a lot of people talk about ring rust. If you ever listen to Dominic Cruz, he will tell you that it isn't real. But Winland looking to take the center of the cage here. I'd like to see him use his straight punches to keep Dickson at bay.
Yeah, he's got a really tight boxing stance. I like that with Dickson.
A good push kick there. Do have to be careful with the takedowns. Dickson really hunting that body, though.
A strong leg kick. It always gets him off balance a little bit. But then he's not doing anything to follow up with it, which I would like to see from him.
Yeah, and I'm not really sure. He kind of attempted to throw a right leg there and ended up just closing his stance together and getting taken down. Now he's getting his legs bundled up. You can see Dickson start to climb. That Khabib heavy hip pressure. And Winland doing what you want. He has the underhook. He needs to clear one of those feet so that he can start getting up against the cage. He is right in his corner, though.
Yeah, there he
He
is.
does a
Using the
good
cage
job
to get
getting
up.
up, but his back is exposed, and Dickson has a good body lock from the behind. Switches to the single leg.
See if he see if he can turn it to a high crotch and really get some leverage on him.
Right above the Purdy construction sticker. Body shots, trying to open Dickson up a little bit. Not a ton going on in the single leg.
Tried to lift him there. Didn't look like he had the
Did a good job sucking that leg out. Going back to the Wizard. Winland looking and listening to his corner very well.
Move those feet out. Don't just stand there. There you go, buddy.
He needs to turn Dickson off the cage and separate.
Yeah, I agree with that. Dickson just with that heavy pressure.
He's just chipping away with these strikes. He's looking for a takedown. He's throwing a couple punches. Looking for a takedown, throwing a couple punches.
Keeping him guessing.
There you go, buddy. Good. Now rotate out when you got it.
Really trying for that takedown again. It's just Winland's defense is doing pretty well.
Winland has landed
Control on that hand again, Shawn.
more of the strikes in this second round, and he's looking for a guillotine right here. But you can't pull up on that, and you can't get thrown.
Good way to lift on that, even with the threat of the guillotine there. He still has it a little bit.
For the last 10 seconds in the second round, you might as well just jump.
Oh, he's
I
jumping.
don't think, that is tight. I don't know if there's enough time, but just slips his head out.
Now, second round, them being a little slippery, it's going to be hard to really hold that guillotine there.
Good control by Drew Dickson on that round. It'll be an interesting round to see how they score it. Winland looking pretty calm, looking composed. Doesn't look to be breathing too heavy. Drew Dickson does seem to be breathing a bit heavier, but he has also been keeping a relatively exhausting pace. Constantly looking for takedowns, chipping away on strikes. I assume the advice from the Cobra BJJ corner in the side of Shawn Winland is that they need this round and more than likely need a finish.
Yeah, my mentality would be just expect that you need to finish or expect that you're down and really capitalize on your third round. If you're at a third round, just expect that you're down on the cards and really show out and show why you deserve to win this fight.
And we saw the takedown there. Just Shawn Winland bringing his feet too close together. Drew Dickson ready to go, and we are ready to get round 3 started. Good glove touch.
Time to do it. Time to do it. Time to do it, buddy. Keep your chin down and go.
Cobra BJJ corner of Shawn Winland telling him it is time to go. He needs pressure. And I think that's the right advice.
Come on now.
Yeah, I agree with this corner.
Good 2-3-2 there. When he's thrown in combinations, he's done well, and I think that's a good idea. Test that cardio.
Yeah, Winland's starting to really open up with more of the striking. And here comes the takedown from Dickson. Takedown attempt.
Separate those hands. Find your wizard hard wizard, big wizard. Touch him more, touch him more. Touch him more. Big wizard.
Drew Dickson just relentless with the pressure.
Yeah, strong pressure, but not really getting much done with it. I would like to see him maybe get some knees in like he's doing now, or maybe get another takedown.
Chipping away at these knees.
Yes, sir, good. Let's keep a hand grip on that. Keep that wrist high. That wrist right in front of you, keep it high.
Good underhook with that right arm. Wouldn't mind seeing if Dickson can switch this off to a single, but his arms are bundled right now. He can lace that leg and just suck him out. He might be able to get some damage on the ground. We are 90 seconds through our final round in our final amateur fight at American Fight Promotions 102.
I think Winland's doing good here. Not much going on. He's still trying to get some body strikes in, but then that kind of leaves you vulnerable for the takedown.
It does, and this is where the difference between jiu-jitsu and MMA comes in. There's still the guillotine. He's doing a good job of shrimping out to his left side. He's going to look for a switch here real quick, and Dickson might use it to take this back with 1 minute left. A little bit of cage grab to help him get up, but Shawn is going to have to do something if he wants to make this round his.
Yeah, 40 seconds left of the round.
He's been the busier striker in the last 2 rounds. It's just been the pace of Dickson.
Yeah, the pace and the pressure. Sometimes too much for these guys.
I'd like to see Dickson good center control, and I think that's a smart bet with the guillotine. Look for a back take while Shawn looks for that switch. He's got the double if he wants to suck him out.
Good takedown there.
Slam right into the center of the cage. It's going to be a lot harder to build up from here.
Good way
Last
to end
10 seconds.
Yeah, good way to finish a round on top.
Just hit him. Just hit him to the bell. Hit him to the bell.
Another fight going the distance. And good respect for both fighters.
Very good respect. Shawn Winland is walking around. Feels like he may have earned this decision. Obviously, Drew Dickson on the other side probably feels the same. But body language is a very important thing.
It is.
I know every single coach has told us to throw their hands up.
Yeah, the judges are still making their decision, so it's good to show that you believe you won, and maybe it'll do something and change their mind. But the way we've seen the judging, that one fight there, you never know what they're seeing. So
yeah, Shawn Winland made this trek up from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. So a bit of a haul here. Kudos to American Fight Promotion for bringing him out here. I'm sure there was some difficulty in getting Drew an opponent. Anyone in the area that knows Drew knows that he is a very, very solid fighter. So kudos to Shawn Winland taking this fight. Kudos to Drew Dickson coming back after a 3-year hiatus.
Yeah, but still looking so strong in there too. You can tell he's been staying in the gym, and he still looks ready to go for a 4th round if needed.
Yeah.
If he ever needed it.
Yeah, and as you get further in these amateur fights, you want to see that gas tank improve. You want to see them be able to handle 3 rounds very well, especially to a decision, because once you get to the pro levels, it's 5 minutes and you get less of a break in between.
Yeah, I am excited for Drew Dickson to take that next step and see his pro journey start.
Eddie Saunders making his way into the cage to make our decision official. Our final amateur fight of the night in the flyweight division, Drew Dickson, Shawn Winland. And we will see how the judges score this.
Really exciting fight to end the amateur bouts on, too.
Oh, very good. Tony Sigmund has the combatants in the center of the octagon. And we will make
All
this.
right, Toledo, let's put our hands together for both of these combatants tonight. But we have another split decision. Judge Daly scores it 30-27 Dickson. Judge Truckovich scores it 29-28 Winland. And Judge Martin scores it 30-27 for your winner by way of split decision. Fighting out of the red corner, Drew Dickson!
So 2 judges having it 30-27 and Chad Truckovich having it for Winland there. What do you think about that?
I can understand where he came from with the split decision 29-28 for Winland. Obviously, he was stuffing a lot of those takedowns in the second and third round and was landing the heavier strikes. If you wanted to give Winland a couple rounds, I think those were the 2 rounds that you could. We have the ring girls making their way in with the Brawl energy drink for the post-fight victory shot.
There, and then Mark would be proud. Somebody finally realizing the cans turn and showing it.
Hey,
loud and proud.
That's a man that's
all right,
familiar with
fight fans,
sponsors.
I'm here with your winner by split decision, Drew Dickson, improving to a 9-1 record. Hey, that is no slouch record. Does not happen overnight. And also does not happen by accident. What got you to this point, my man?
I come from a stiff background in wrestling. Honestly, this is my first fight in 4 years. Not too bad, honestly. Feel pretty good. A little sloppy, but I did a lot of different things here that I felt, kind of paid off and showed a little bit in the ring. So, yeah, man, it comes from hard times, tough backgrounds, and great coaches and people around you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm here today.
No, 100% does not happen alone. Let's talk about the support you've had in this fight camp. Making a return after 4 years, my man. I would have retired, but hey, you did not. What brought this?
People thought I left, but in my mind, I had always just, I was never gone. I just was stepped away. So people thought I left and like, oh, crap, you're coming back. It's like, in my opinion, I was just like, in my head, I'm like, I was just gone. But yeah, I understand, man. 4 years. A lot of people are done after 1 year, 2 year layoffs, etc. And just a little, some different stuff in these 4 years. So, yeah, man. First fight again in 4 years. First, my lowest weight I had to make. A lot of people thought I had, pro bouts after my 7th fight, after my 8th, after my 9th. Here I am again with another amateur, and a lot of it comes from the layoffs. So, respect to Shawn, his camp for coming out here. Alabama's a far way. Dude's tough as hell. So.
Hey, well, speaking of stuff, somebody who now has double-digit fights and 9-1 record. Hey, let's get loud for our winner, Drew Dickson! 1 second, you got it.
Yep. I just want to thank my family and friends and my coaches who came out here, man. 2 hours, a little bit of ways. We brought a good club here. Drew Dickson Fight Club's in the house, man. It's always a good time when we're here, man.
Let's get loud for our man!
Shout out to my guy AJ. Almost forgot.
There we go. Right on. We share the love. All right. Hey, ladies and gentlemen.